In the quiet stretches of the Blue Ridge Mountains, something unexpected recently caught people's attention. Near land once associated with Eustace Conway and his well-known Turtle Island Preserve, caretakers noticed unusual ground shifts after heavy rainfall. What started as a routine inspection quickly turned into something more intriguing when a small sinkhole revealed what looked like a buried hatch. At first, it seemed like an old, forgotten structure, possibly natural or historical. But as people carefully explored, it became clear that this was not just a random formation. It hinted at years of effort, creativity, and intention. Rather than something mysterious or alarming, the discovery felt like uncovering a hidden chapter of a life deeply connected to the land. The hidden entrance. Beneath the soil. As the soil was cleared, the outline of an old iron hatch became visible, worn but still sturdy. It blended so naturally with the surroundings that it could easily have gone unnoticed for years. When it was finally opened, a rush of cool air escaped, carrying the scent of damp earth. Below it, a simple wooden ladder led down into darkness. The structure appeared handcrafted with care and patience evident in every detail. Those familiar with Eustace Conway's work immediately recognized his style: practical, resourceful, and deeply rooted in traditional skills. It didn't feel like something built in secrecy, but rather something created quietly over time. The entrance wasn't dramatic or grand. Instead, it reflected the same simplicity and purpose that defined much of his life. A network. Built with purpose. Stepping inside revealed a narrow tunnel supported by wooden beams, each carefully placed to ensure stability. The craftsmanship spoke of time, effort, and a clear understanding of natural materials. As the passage stretched forward, it became clear this wasn't just a small shelter. It was part of a larger network. The tunnels branched in different directions, some leading to small chambers, others continuing deeper underground. Along the walls, there were signs of thoughtful use: simple shelves, tools, and storage areas. Everything suggested functionality rather than secrecy. It felt less like a hidden world and more like an extension of the surface, built for learning, working, and perhaps finding solitude. The deeper people went, the more they realized this space reflected a lifestyle rather than a mystery. Spaces designed for living and learning. Further exploration revealed larger chambers that seemed to serve specific purposes. One area looked like a workspace with old tools neatly arranged. Another appeared to be used for storage, with jars and preserved materials that suggested long-term planning. These weren't random features, they showed preparation and self-reliance. For someone like Eustace Conway, who has long advocated living close to nature, such spaces made sense. They represented a way to remain connected to the land while also being prepared for changing conditions. The atmosphere inside was calm and still, not unsettling. It felt like stepping into a place designed for focus and reflection. Every detail pointed to a life built around independence, patience, and respect for the environment. A reflection of a unique lifestyle. Locals have often spoken about Conway's long hours spent outdoors, his quiet routines, and his deep connection to nature. Discovering these tunnels offered a new perspective on those habits. Rather than something hidden or secretive, the underground spaces seemed to be a continuation of his philosophy. Living close to the land isn't only about what happens above ground. It's also about understanding what lies beneath it. The tunnels may have served as places for quiet work, shelter during harsh weather, or simply moments of solitude. They reflect a mindset focused on simplicity and self-sufficiency. Instead of raising questions about mystery, they highlight the dedication it takes to live in harmony with the natural world. Craftsmanship. Rooted in tradition. One of the most striking aspects of the tunnels was the craftsmanship. Every beam, joint, and support showed careful planning and skill. This wasn't rushed work. It was built slowly, likely over many years. The materials were natural, sourced from the surrounding environment, and used in a way that blended with the landscape. It demonstrated a deep understanding of traditional building methods, something Conway has often shared in his teachings. Rather than relying on modern tools or shortcuts, the construction reflected patience and knowledge passed down through generations. It's a reminder that building something meaningful often takes time and intention. The tunnels stand as an example of how traditional skills can create lasting, functional spaces. More than just a physical structure. As people spent more time exploring, it became clear that the tunnels were not only practical, they also held a deeper meaning. The layout seemed thoughtful, almost symbolic, with different areas serving different roles. Some spaces felt more functional, while others had a quieter, more reflective atmosphere. This balance between utility and reflection mirrors Conway's approach to life. For him, survival and philosophy often go hand in hand. The tunnels could represent a way of connecting more deeply with the earth, not as an escape, but as a form of understanding. They invite a different perspective on how we relate to nature, less about control and more about coexistence. Connection between land and life. What stands out most about this discovery is how closely it aligns with Conway's long-standing message. He has always emphasized living simply, respecting nature, and learning from the land. The tunnels don't contradict that message. They reinforce it. They show that his beliefs weren't just ideas, but something he actively practiced. Building beneath the surface may seem unusual to some, but it reflects a deeper curiosity about the world. It's about exploring, understanding, and finding balance. Rather than seeing the tunnels as something mysterious, they can be seen as a physical expression of a philosophy that values independence and connection. A story that feels more human than mysterious. It's easy for discoveries like this to be surrounded by speculation, but at its core, this story feels very human. It's about a person dedicating time and effort to create something meaningful in their own way. There's no need to turn it into something dramatic or unsettling. Instead, it can be appreciated as a glimpse into a unique way of life. The tunnels don't tell a story of secrecy. They tell a story of commitment, creativity, and quiet determination. They remind us that not every hidden thing is meant to be mysterious. Sometimes it's simply the result of years of thoughtful work. A legacy built quietly over time. In the end, what was discovered beneath the Blue Ridge Mountains isn't just a network of tunnels. It's a reflection of a life lived with intention. Eustace Conway has always been known for choosing a different path, and this discovery adds another layer to that story. It shows how deeply he engaged with his surroundings and how he expressed his values through action. The tunnels may never fully reveal every detail of their purpose, but they don't need to. Their existence alone speaks volumes. They stand as a quiet legacy, reminding us that sometimes the most meaningful things are built slowly, away from attention and rooted in a genuine connection to the world around us.